is his lovely wife, Judy, and one of their sons, Greg. So if you two will stand up and be recognized as well, I'd appreciate it. Very good. So let's start at the beginning. Dave was born in February 1953 to folks many of you know, Ruth Edna and Jean Whelan, who, by the way, graduated from Radnor High School in 1944. In fact, his childhood home is about 300 yards from here, about right over that way, back a long lane across from the school. And Butsy's Garage, I think, was right there. Many of you will remember Butsy's Garage. Now, the question is, what kind of cars did Butsy sell? Pontiacs.
Pontiacs, yeah.
And it's where the current resident is also here tonight of that house, John Coonfair. John, raise your hand so people can, there you go. Dave attended Radnor School through the 8th grade, then attended high school at Buckeye Valley, graduating in 1971. He then continued his formal education at Franklin University, graduating in 1974 with a degree in business administration and finance. During his high school days, he lettered in the Big Three at Buckeye Valley: football, basketball, and baseball. It was during these high school days that he met and dated Judy Jackson, who later became his wife, and they have been married now for over 50 years. After graduating from Franklin University, Dave started his working career at the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company in Marysville in August of 1974 as a cost accountant. He would later become the controller at the Logan, Ohio plant in 1998 and the Marysville plant controller in 2003. And he became a team leader of a special finance project team for all of North America from 2005 to 2010. And finally, he wrapped it up as the information technology manager at the Marysville plant from 2011 to 2021. He retired from Goodyear in 2021, where he worked for some 46 years. And for good measure, he was also awarded the Goodyear Spirit Award in 1986. Dave and Judy have two sons, Gregory and Jeffrey. Both graduated from Buckeye Valley. Jeff in 1997 and Greg in 1999. Did I get it right?
Yep.
Dave and Judy also have 5 grandchildren ranging in age from 2 to 13. Throughout his life, Dave recognized the need to give back to the community he loves so dearly. He was a church treasurer for 12 years and a master of the Ashley Masonic Lodge in 1981. He coached youth baseball for 12 years and was the president of the Buckeye Valley Youth Baseball for 10 years. He was also treasurer of the Union County Chamber of Commerce for 12 years. He was a pretty busy man while raising his family. But he had one more activity that seems to be ongoing and is very important to this organization. He's been the president of the Radnor Alumni Association for the last 9 years. And I think we all recognize that if Dave hadn't stepped up to the plate and taken on this task, this association would cease to exist today, and we wouldn't be here tonight, quite frankly. We all owe Dave a great deal of gratitude and thanks for handling this position in a positive and professional manner. And I think I've worked with Dave now since probably 2009 or so, right around there. And it's been a pleasure working with Dave in my various capacities with the association. And Dave has taken on time and time again things that the president shouldn't have taken on, but he refused, absolutely refused, to see this organization go by the wayside and disband. He just absolutely would not let it happen. So he stepped up and did a lot of things that a president normally wouldn't do or have to do. And he worked tirelessly after to get this year's program and this year's venue and this year's caterer back in Radnor, and where we all can enjoy ourselves and look out the window and see where the schoolhouse used to be and the ball fields that many of us have played on over the years. Dave is not the first Wieland to be honored by the Radnor Alumni Association. His father, Gene, was also won this award in 2009. Now that's a strong legacy, Dave. Thank you very much. So it is with great honor that we recognize Dave Wieland for his many contributions to the Radnor community and especially to the Radnor Alumni Association. Another round of applause for Dave Wieland, please.
Well, thank you, Kenny, for the kind words. I really want to thank my wife, Judy, for all her support on this event. She supported me with this through all the years and that I've served, and she's given me some really good ideas through the years that have helped me out a ton. I really want to go back, and they're not here, but I want to thank my mom and dad for showing me the importance of the value of the organization. My mother would help me fold programs and staple programs together for years, and even at the age of 92, she worked on that. And that kind of instilled in me the idea that this organization was important and it needed to be preserved. And as long as we have folks like you that are willing to come out, and we have 80 people here tonight, or 80 plus or minus, we're going to keep doing it, because it's too important to let go. I've enjoyed working with all of you, and I consider all of you friends, and I know my mom and dad considered all of you friends. Special thanks to Kenny Fryman for all his help through the years, Sharon and Stephanie Roberts for the setup and everything that you've done. Sharon stepped forward to take the reservations when we were floundering around without a little bit. And the table decorations are just outstanding. So thank you, Stephanie. Paul and Patty Coonfair. Couldn't do it without Paul and Patty. I've talked to them a great deal about every event that we have going on. Alice Walters has been a big player. She shows up to almost every meeting and supports us that way. Over the years, too, one of the people that helped me out a ton was Mary Gay Williamson with the reservations, just like Sharon's doing. I couldn't do it without, those people. Ann Jones has been a big player as far as Pride in Radnor and all the things that go on with it and helping the organization. So thank you very much. Thanks for the help through all the years. One little side story, though, and I keep hunting for this guy. I can't figure out why he's not here, was Betty Coonfair called me, I don't know, many years ago and said, Dave, we'd like somebody to come in and help with the organization. We need a couple. At that time, we had 2 vice presidents. And she said, would you be willing to do that? And I said, yeah. And she said, well, there's a meeting tonight. Could you attend? And I said, okay, I can drive over. So I drove over. Rachel was here, and Rachel was at the meeting, but Betty, I refer to her as Aunt Betty, because my aunt. And Rachel stood up in the meeting and said, and we have somebody that's interested in becoming an officer, and that's David Weber. And I sat there and said, well, if he wants the job, it's okay with me. And so the meeting proceeded, and the vote took place, and everybody kind of went home, and I thought, well, okay, no big deal. They don't need the help, it's fine. So about 2 hours after that, I get this phone call. It said, we nominated and voted for the wrong person. It wasn't David Weber. Rachel was confused. It was Dave Whelan. So I'm really wondering where Dave Weber is. Another person I went past here, Gary Salyer. I owe you one. Gary nominated me for this. So thank you very much, all of you. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much.